Hello, I'm Matt Guff from House.com. This is Jason Henderson, and we are about to walk you through the brand new 3D and new tech shapes for Burton for the 2020 lineup. Jason, welcome back. We are at the Burton Minneapolis store here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and we have a couple of boards, special boards in front of us. We have the backseat driver, the Kilroy 3D, and the brand new Moon Buggy. These are actually all new boards to the 2020 year. And they have 3D contoured style shapes that differ a lot from other boards within the lineup. Let's kind of just dive right in and talk about why and what each application is for.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of different contours that the JG and everybody back at Burton's been working on. They don't want to just slap something on a board and just because it looks different, they want to make sure it works, and they're experimenting tirelessly with that sort of thing. So you do see a lot of like different visual tech in our line now.
Right.
And hopefully this will kind of help make a little bit of sense of that. So the first up is the backseat driver. So pow surfer, obviously no bindings.
No bindings.
So when you're in deep snow, the board just needs to react a lot different, especially if you don't have the input from bindings. So you need something to be transition edge to edge really easy, something that's just really smooth, and that's where you get a lot of this crazy contouring. So it's got a really extended long nose. It's actually spooned up, so it's got our scoop nose and extended scoop on the front, so it just transitions, rolls from edge to edge really nice. It also has almost like a double hull design here, where it's actually like a runner through the middle, but then you got two hulls there that kind of locks you into some turns. Once you get there, it doesn't keep going. It just kind of locks into that heel or that toe. So, so definitely a lot of contouring that needs to go on to make a pow surfer, do float all the things, float well and do in turn and keep you on the board, that sort of thing. So
it's interesting too. It's got a very, very mellow uplift in the tail.
Yeah, well, it's pow surfer. You're not riding switch.
Yeah, you're not gonna be riding switch.
Yeah, so but you just want to lock that heel in.
Right, but yeah, there is definitely that double hole style design, and it looks great, of course.
Yeah.
How does it ride switch though?
It probably gets a 0 on a scale of 10.
Right.
So.
But the next board probably get a 10 out of 10 if you ride it switch. This is the Kilroy 3D. This is the third deck within the Burton Kilroy series lineup, the newest one.
Yep, so just adding a little bit of 3D profiling in the nose and the tail, and that is, again, past the upturn. So it's not on the base at all, so it's still, riding like a normal flat base board, can and should and everything, but just adding a little bit of upturns right at the contact points just makes the board track a little straighter. Not going to catch as easy if maybe you're coming up a little bit short on a rail or something like that. Hopefully it'll deflect off a little bit instead of making the next highlight reel on Jerry of the Day or anything like that. But board, makes it a little more steery even when you do get into deep snow. Cool. Good place to grab, that sort of thing.
Right.
So.
Right. I really love the upturn, these kind of raised out flare fenders.
And this is, and again, it's different than other companies have going on.
It's not triple base. It's not in the base.
It's not in the base. It's past the upturn only.
Right. Do a lot of people assume that because it has the name 3D in the title, that it has a 3D contoured base that you actually ride on the snow?
That could be a misconception.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I have a feeling that may be the thing, Yeah,
but that's why we're doing this video, is to explain what's different about ours. Yeah, we're not saying our others are bad. We're just saying this is why we do ours.
Yeah, and this is why they're different.
Snowboarding's fun. We're not trying to make, nobody's doing anything bad.
Right. The third one is another new deck. We have the Moon Buggy.
Yeah, Moon Buggy. Some of this was some similar tech that was in a board called the Working Stiff.
That's right. In my Moon Buggy video, I think I called it the Truck Driver, but that's not the right board. There was never a board called the Truck Driver.
No,
it's just the Working Stiff.
Yeah, it was called the Working Stiff. That was Downing's board, but. So this was definitely, a lot of things we learned with that board is by really profiling the core out, it's basically like an internal, it's like a swallowtail board.
Right.
Without the actual holes in the board. And what it does is what really extreme swallowtails do, and what this core profile does, is that it makes the back of the board really torsionally soft.
Right.
I mean, you can really you can steer this thing with just your back foot.
Right.
So, so when you get the board on edge, you can kind of twist your feet, and you can really make, a board, especially like a moon buggy that's a 168.
It's a very big board.
It's a big board, but you can make this thing turn really easy. I mean, especially working in on trees and things like that. The board just kind of does what it does what you tell it to with your foot.
Right. So these three boards kind of have the newest 3D contoured style shapes besides bends. There is a easy bevel that you'll find in the ripcord and in the Instigator.
Easy bevel's in the ripcord, and you also see it in our kids' boards too, like the Chopper and Chicklet. Those boards are really easy to ride. That's a bevel all the way around, makes the board really easy to steer and things like that. So.
And there's some spoon technology in some of the other boards.
Yep. Yeah, we got the scoops. We've had the scoop in the process since day one. We've had that technology for a long time as well.
Right.
And aside from our core profiling, we spend a lot of time on the actual profile of the core. That's
the actual, just the wood.
The thickness of just where it should be thick, where it should be thin. All of that plays a huge difference in how the board rides, and that's where they spend a lot of time, and that's why yes, the materials, you could have the same materials, but if it doesn't have that specific contour, that board's not going to ride right.
Right.
So.
Right. Do you think that's something that Burton's going to be moving into the next season, the 21 season, diving into more 3D style shapes, or is that just
where it makes sense? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Yep. Cool. Yeah. I mean, if it's we're putting this stuff out because it works, and we're learning along the way. It's like, okay, maybe this tech could work better in this board. Maybe obviously we're not going to put this in a park board if it's not going to work there. They're always thinking of something.
Cool.
They pay a lot of really smart and awesome people to figure this stuff out.
That's right. Cool. Well, thanks for walking us through these kind of unique 3D shapes that we find in the Moon Buggy, the Backseat Driver, and the Kilroy 3D. Mm-hmm. It's going to be fun to spend a little bit more time on each of them. Hopefully, I'll be able to actually ride some power with these.
Yeah, so we're going to get tons of snow this year in little Minnesota backcountry.
You're right. Is that what the Farmer's Almanac is saying this year? What is it saying? Lots of snow?
Snowy and cold.
Sounds like a normal winter, huh?
You get your LZ down jacket ready.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. Cool. Jason, thanks for being here, man.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to check out all of these boards by selecting the link below in the description. Leave a comment or question. Let us know what you think of the decks. Subscribe to the channel there. Check out more videos there, and hopefully we'll see you guys on snow. Peace.